Think Disney World is just magic and fairy tales?
Think again.
Right now, the parks are quieter than ever, but not for the reasons you might expect. Walls, construction zones, and missing rides are changing everything. Is this the perfect time to visit, or a complete disappointment waiting to happen? Stay tuned, because we're breaking down the shocking truth about Walt Disney World and why it could completely change how you plan your next Disney trip. These days, some visitors jokingly call it Walt Disney World, and it's easy to see why, especially at Epcot, which feels more like an ongoing construction site than a theme park. With scaffolding, walls, and renovations scattered everywhere, crowds have noticeably thinned. Even though we've been upfront on the Pro channel about Disney World attendance dropping, some insist everything's fine. Don't trust your own eyes or those inconvenient facts. So, is there really misinformation being spread, or is there truth to the quieter parks? More importantly, should families plan a visit in 2025 or 2026 while the parks are still under heavy construction?
We're here with answers you won't want to miss.
And as always, when it comes to theme parks, experience matters, which is why voices like Andrew Platt stand out, worth checking out for another perspective. We're not here to tell you who to follow or avoid, just to make sure you get the real scoop before planning your next Disney adventure. Folks, don't forget to hit that like button or drop a comment down below. And while you're at it, go check out Andrew Platt, a small but rapidly growing channel with around 15,000 subscribers that's already getting incredible views per video. For example, one video where he visited theme parks almost every day for a year hit 52,000 views, which is phenomenal for a channel that size. His thumbnail even says, "You're being lied to," and features us, so it's the perfect opportunity to address the big question. Is Disney World really empty? And does that justify spending your hard-earned money on what's essentially a park under construction? To dig into this, we can look at Thrillator.com, which aggregates wait times for all Disney World rides month by month. The data shows that while 2022 represented peak attendance, 2023 dipped slightly, 2024 dropped more noticeably, and 2025 is experiencing a sharp decline. In reality, it's even worse than what these numbers suggest. If we check past crowd data for Walt Disney World, a healthy park historically looked very different. For instance, average crowd levels in 2017 were around 655 to 665, with 2018 and 2019 showing similar high levels, a stark contrast to what we're seeing today. Historically, Disney World has followed a fairly predictable pattern, until the pandemic shook things up in 2020. Early that year, January and February were extremely crowded, though March shows some anomalies in the data, and attendance picked back up in July and August in a rather unusual pattern. By 2021, visitors gradually returned. And in 2022, both WDW Passport and Thrill data, two completely different sources, corroborate the same trend. Crowds were back near historic highs. Fast forward to 2025, and the story is very different. February's average crowd level dropped to 4, down from 6 in 2024. March fell to 5 from 6, April dropped to 4 from 5. And this decline continues across nearly every month. Even though 2024 was already a down year, the situation in 2025 is actually worse than the numbers alone show. As of September, crowd levels across the parks remain remarkably low, highlighting a trend that every Disney visitor and potential planner needs to understand before booking their next trip. Starting September 1st, Disney World has been remarkably quiet, with almost no days reaching high crowd levels. Except for one day that hit a 5, largely boosted by Epcot, which spiked to an 8 for the first weekend festival, and occasionally by Animal Kingdom, which showed 5s and a 6 on certain days. But what's really going on at Animal Kingdom? Crowd levels are calculated on a 1 to 10 scale using automatically monitored posted wait times, and right now, Animal Kingdom has only 6 rides: Avatar Flight of Passage, Dinosaur, Expedition Everest, Cali River Rapids, Kilimanjaro Safaris, and NA6 River Journey. And that's not counting meet and greets. In the past, Animal Kingdom offered far more attractions, but Disney has removed many over the years, which ironically inflates wait times. With so few rides available, the small number of visitors end up waiting longer, making the park seem busier than it actually is. To put it in perspective, Dollywood and Disneyland Resort, both top-tier parks in North America, each offer more than 60 rides, highlighting just how limited the options are at Animal Kingdom today. Animal Kingdom only has 6 rides, so when its crowd levels hit a 5 or 6, those numbers are based solely on wait times for those 6 attractions. In contrast, Magic Kingdom has more than 40 rides, so its crowd levels reflect a vastly different experience. The more rides a park has, the more dispersed the crowds, and the shorter the waits tend to be. This brings us to the big question. Is it worth your time to go to Disney World right now? The statistics are clear, attendance is down, and the parks are far less crowded than in previous years. Some critics may claim we're exaggerating or clickbaiting, but the data doesn't lie. Families are rightly reconsidering their trips, and honestly, with so few people around, now could be the perfect time to visit. And for those who argue, there were 3 people on Main Street, USA. You're lying. Yes, we get it. When we say empty, we mean relatively few visitors, not literally zero. The point is that the parks are quieter than usual, making it a rare opportunity to experience Disney with shorter waits and less crowd stress. Compared to the past, most rides at Disney World now are practically walk-ons, with little to no waiting, and normal visitors can easily see how quiet the parks are. But the real question is, should you go? Take Animal Kingdom as an example. Aerial images from Attractions magazine, courtesy of BioReconstruct, show the reality on the ground. Long pathways flanked by green construction walls stretching between multiple construction zones, especially around Dinoland. So, while there are 6 rides to enjoy, the experience involves navigating through extensive areas of blocked-off spaces. And it's not just Animal Kingdom. According to a parkplace.com article from September 7th, Disney's Hollywood Studios has added even more construction walls, with roughly 3/4 of Disney World parks now sectioned off behind barriers. Families need to weigh whether the low crowds are worth the visual and logistical impact of all the ongoing construction. Everywhere you look at Disney World right now, it's walls, walls, and more walls, hence the nickname Wall Disney World. Take Rivers of America or Frontierland in Magic Kingdom, for example. Entire areas are hidden behind construction walls. Even fan-favorite spaces like the Muppet Courtyard and the Animation Courtyard, part of exciting upcoming projects, are completely blocked off. In many ways, Disney World today looks a lot like Epcot did during its long stretch of renovations over the past several years.
Does that mean you shouldn't have gone to Epcot back then?
That's a personal choice, but it provides a useful frame of reference. For the next 1 to 4 years, visiting Disney World will feel similar, with lower crowd levels but the unavoidable presence of construction walls everywhere. The big question is whether you want to take advantage of the lighter attendance while navigating the visual and physical barriers that dominate the parks. This is really the yin and yang of Disney World right now, the trade-off between pros and cons. The parks aren't empty for no reason, and when these walls finally come down, will the crowds return? That depends entirely on what's in place once the construction ends. Personally, I think Disney has made questionable choices about replacing classic attractions, especially when they could have used the space to add new experiences without removing anything beloved. For longtime viewers of the channel, my advice used to be clear. Go to Disney where the America construction began.
That window has now closed.
We're fully in the era of construction and demolition. Muppet Courtyard is gone, Animal Kingdom is dotted with walls, and Magic Kingdom has large sections blocked off. If you choose to go now, it's important to understand that you're getting a lesser version of the park, while still paying full price. The experience is quieter and less crowded. Yes, but it comes with the unavoidable reality of walls and missing attractions. It's nice to have fewer people around, but don't be fooled by those insisting, crowd levels are fine, Disney's doing great. September's data clearly tells a different story. Keep in mind that wait times, the metric used to gauge crowd levels, aren't really designed for parks with only a handful of attractions, like Animal Kingdom with its 6 rides or Epcot, which isn't much better. The only park with a substantial number of attractions is Magic Kingdom.
So, should you visit Walt Disney World now?
That's a personal choice. If you decide to wait until there's more to do, I completely understand. Paying over $100 per person, plus extra for line-skipping perks, might not feel worth it when the majority of your day is spent waiting for just 6 attractions. Disney clearly has work to do, and honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if attendance continues to decline through early 2026. The real picture should become clearer by the holidays, but for now, my advice is simple. Know exactly what you're walking into, and make your decision with a clear understanding of the park's current limitations. A pro tip from me: if you visit Disney World during the holidays, the parks will get crowded again. Families still want their kids to see the castle. Not with the old dream lights, which Disney no longer uses, but with the newer projected twinkle lights. The holiday spirit will draw crowds, and if you go this year, you'll likely encounter lots of people crammed into very few attractions, which isn't exactly a fun experience. A better strategy is to aim for January 2nd through 4th or the first 2 weeks of November to enjoy the holiday decorations with lower crowds. Christmas Eve itself, with long lines and minimal attractions, is not ideal. And finally, as always, check out other voices like Andrew Platt. He may disagree with our take, and that's fine. Here on this channel, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and stay informed with all the latest insights on Disney World. Don't forget to drop a comment down below and share your thoughts on everything we've talked about today. Seriously, we want to hear from you. Every perspective matters, whether you agree, disagree, or have your own unique take. Comments are one of the best ways to spark discussion, learn from each other, and build a little community right here. Sharing your ideas and experiences can genuinely make someone else's day better. Sometimes a single comment can inspire a whole conversation or even help someone see things from a completely new perspective. And in a world where it sometimes feels like everyone is talking past each other online, that's actually pretty powerful.
So, take a moment, type it out, and let's get the dialogue going.
We read these, we care, and we genuinely love seeing the community interact. We also hope that wherever you are today, whether you're at home, at work, or out running errands, you're having a wonderful Saturday. Saturdays are often a chance to step back, breathe, and recharge, but we know that with everything happening online and in the news, it can feel overwhelming at times. There's a lot of intensity and disagreement in the world right now, especially on social media and across various platforms, and it's easy to feel like people are living in completely different realities. One person will see the same news, the same facts, and draw a completely different conclusion than someone else. One person will think the world is spinning out of control, while another sees progress and opportunity. And that can create tension, frustration, or even a sense of disconnect from the people around us. It can be exhausting to navigate, and sometimes you just need to step back and remind yourself that it's okay to focus on what you can control, what you can influence. Here's the thing. There is a reality that you can embrace today, no matter how chaotic the world may feel. And that reality is surprisingly simple. It's the one where you make someone else's day a little brighter, whether it's through a smile, a kind word, a helpful gesture, or even just taking a moment to listen. These moments don't have to be monumental. They don't need to make headlines or go viral. Small acts of kindness, consistently done, have a ripple effect. You never know how much an unexpected compliment or a simple thank you can change someone's outlook. And you, yes you, are exactly the kind of person who can do that. You have the ability to choose this reality over frustration, negativity, or cynicism. And by doing so, you not only improve someone else's day but also your own. Because kindness is a two-way street. Giving it out often brings a sense of joy, purpose, and fulfillment back to yourself. Until next time, we get the honor, the joy, and the responsibility of spending this time together. That's not something we take lightly. Every moment here, whether you're watching, reading, or participating, is an opportunity to learn, grow, and yes, even have a little fun. Life is a balance of curiosity, education, and enjoyment, and that's exactly what we strive to create here. We want you to leave not just with information, but with inspiration, perspective, and a smile. So, keep learning, keep growing, and keep having fun in whatever ways matter most to you. Dive into new topics, explore things that interest you, and don't be afraid to challenge yourself or your assumptions. Growth is often uncomfortable, but it's always rewarding, and fun is what makes it all worthwhile. And speaking of fun, let's talk about something a little lighter, something seasonal, and yes, something a little spooky: Halloween. Imagine a real Halloween treat, not candy, not decorations, but a daily dose of engaging, entertaining content like WDW videos. His daily uploads are always a delight, offering a mix of insight, commentary, and fun that keeps fans coming back day after day. For anyone who loves Disney, theme parks, or just wants a light-hearted, informed take on what's happening in the parks, WDW Pro is the kind of channel that makes you smile, keeps you informed, and sometimes even makes you laugh out loud. And that's exactly the type of content we should be seeking out. Content that enriches our day and makes the experience of following something we enjoy all the more satisfying. Now, while you're enjoying this, don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell to stay notified. Notifications are crucial if you want to keep up with daily updates, insights, and tips without missing a single piece of content. The bell is your gateway to staying connected, informed, and part of the community, ensuring that you never miss out on the things you care about. And let's be honest, in this fast-moving world of social media and online content, staying informed is more than just convenient, it's empowering. And finally, a quick reality check for all Star Wars fans. Star Wars isn't dead. Far from it. It's still very much alive, still haunting Disney Plus, and still captivating fans around the world. Keeping up with it, following the updates, and being part of the fan conversation is all part of the adventure. Star Wars continues to evolve, surprise, and entertain. And it's a reminder that even long-running franchises can continue to inspire excitement, curiosity, and passion. So whether you're a longtime fan or just discovering the galaxy far, far away, staying engaged is part of the fun. So, in summary, drop a comment, engage, share your thoughts, and embrace kindness wherever you can. Make the most of your Saturday, step back from the noise of disagreement online, and choose the reality where you make someone else's day better. Keep learning, growing, and having fun. And enjoy the treats, both digital and real, that the world, Disney, and even Star Wars have to offer. It's all part of the journey, and you're exactly the kind of person who can make it meaningful.
Musical note.